My name is Lily Rose Depp.
I'm just a normal person, Lily Rose Depp says about herself. Well, it might be a bit hard to believe, especially when we're talking about someone who grew up playing Barbies with her godfather Marilyn Manson, attending cozy dinners with Karl Lagerfeld, and hanging out with Natalie Portman. Wait, we probably missed the most essential connection.
I was very proud of her, and I'm still very proud of her. So, yeah, she's impressive. She's my god.
A few years ago, Lily Rose Depp was only known as a teenage daughter of her famous parents, Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis. Today, Lily Rose herself is the star of the big screen and a professional model. Johnny indeed has a lot of reasons to be proud of his daughter. But is he proud of his role in their relationship? Was he next to her when she nearly died? Did he indeed learn about some important events in her life from social media? Keep watching the video to figure it out. And don't forget to subscribe to Rumour Juice YouTube channel. We always have the most exciting stories about your favorite celebrities. Lily Rose Depp was born in 1999. The eldest child of two Hollywood A-listers, Lily Rose was in the spotlight from the very beginning, even though Johnny and Vanessa did their best to protect her from the press attention. In general, they managed to succeed in it, but not always. When Lily Rose was 7, the news broke she was hospitalized with a serious illness, while her father was, quote, too busy filming Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Was it slander? Well, kind of. Johnny indeed was spending days and nights on the set of London's Pinewood Studios.
No, there's no place like London.
However, he initially went to London together with Vanessa and their 2 children to be able to spend more time with the family. When the actor realized his daughter was hospitalized, he canceled all the working plans and rushed to Great Ormond Street Hospital. It turned out that Lily Rose's kidney shut down after she suffered food poisoning. Depp refused to return to the set of Sweeney Todd, forcing the filming to be stopped. An insider source said, "Everyone gasped when we were given the real reason for her illness. It was touch and go for a while. The infection landed the young Depp in the hospital for 3 weeks. Johnny and Vanessa spent days and nights by her bed. Both refused to move until Lily Rose began to pull through. Johnny must have been going through hell, and media attention made this hell even worse." The actor revealed recently that back in 2007, the UK tabloid The Sun illegally hacked his phone and extracted his private information. The tabloid was the first media to get their hands on the details of Lily Rose's disease, much earlier than her parents made any public statements. The reporters were aware of the nature of Lily Rose's illness and the name of the hospital where she was being treated. They also knew that Johnny was entering the hospital through the staff entrance, and so the reporters were waiting for him there. Depp revealed that this vulnerable period of his daughter's life became a media circus, and it deeply affected him. It didn't get any better when the actor understood how exactly the information was obtained by The Sun. He didn't know how to relieve anger and helplessness he felt at the time.
I've known darkness in my life, but that was the darkest period ever, It was when I was doing Sweeney. And I'd always kind of done these visits, but after that, the visits became more and more important.
After Lily Rose was successfully treated for the illness, Depp donated $2 million to the Great Ormond Street Hospital. Moreover, he once appeared there dressed up like Jack the Sparrow to cheer up the youngest patients in the hospital.
You go into the hospital and say hi to the kiddies, and you see this amazing.
Isn't that sweet?
Was it the end of the darkest time for the Depp Paradis family? Well, yeah, despite maybe the fact that 4 years later, this family was history. Having never wed, Depp and Paradis announced their breakup in June 2012, after 14 years of being together. Depp told Rolling Stone sometime later, "The last couple years have been a bit bumpy. At times, certainly unpleasant, but that's the nature of breakups, I guess, especially when there are kiddies involved." He also discussed the birth of Lily Rose in the cover story, mentioning that, quote, "This beautiful little creature helped him to understand what it was all for." Maybe he exaggerated a bit? We sincerely doubt it. Obviously, watching parents break up is never a fun thing for a child. However, Lily Rose Depp has never publicly mentioned that Vanessa and Johnny's split was a severe blow for her. She, on the contrary, praises her mom and dad for keeping her grounded. She maintained a strong relationship with both of her parents and spent her childhood between Los Angeles and Paris, where Johnny and Vanessa resided after the breakup. In a 2019 interview, Lily Rose emphasized, however, that she was raised in Hollywood by her father. The actress was happy to discover both American and French cultures while growing up. To me, those two cultures are so deeply ingrained in who I am and how I grew up. It's two things I feel very connected to. Before you ask, yes, she's bilingual, and she speaks both English and French perfectly.
For your surprise showcase, please break down how to do a French accent.
It allows the young actress to participate in French films as well as in American productions. While some famous daughters use their parents' fame to their advantage, Lily Rose is way more humble.
I'm a really hard worker and I always want things to be perfect and everything. I really am a perfectionist.
She works hard to make a name for herself without relying on either of her star parents. My parents weren't very strict. They've always trusted me to be independent and make my own decisions. There wasn't really anything to rebel against. Lily Rose, of course, looks up to them.
Well, I wanted to be just like my mom, so I always wanted to be a singer even though I hate singing.
When she was younger, Lily Rose dreamed of being a singer like her mom, but one school talent show dashed those hopes. Then, her friend's dad, Clerks director Kevin Smith, reached out and offered her a small cameo alongside his daughter Harley Quinn in a 2014 horror Tusk.
I hate American guys.
That's when I realized, wow, I love this. Now I know that this is what I want to do forever.
If I were an actress, I would probably want to be a chef or a makeup artist or a psychologist.
In one of the interviews, Johnny Depp mentioned that Lily Rose becoming an actress was never his dream or desire for her, but he still supports her decision. Acting is what she enjoys doing, and it's her passion, and it's where she ended up. And she's got the goods. She can certainly deliver. We completely agree with you, Johnny. The young actress was highly acclaimed for one of her first big projects, French film Planetarium, where she played a lead alongside Natalie Portman. They portrayed two sisters, and for a reason. Just look at them. Lily Rose and Portman are two peas in a pod, and they both became popular actresses while still being teenagers. However, Lily Rose's professional path has always had another important branch, modeling. In 2015, she became an ambassador for fashion house Chanel. Around the same time, the actress left a private Los Angeles school before completing her senior year. Lily Rose explained it as follows. My parents both left school when they were 15, so they can't really say anything. Young Depp decided to do so to focus on her acting career. She also mentioned that she had never thought of university as her goal, and she had always wanted to work and to be independent. The actress is aware of all the pros that come with the privilege of saying, "My father is Johnny Depp," but she sees enough cons in this situation as well. Honestly, to me there's also something even a little bit harder about it because the expectations are so insanely high. Lily Rose, however, has met all the expectations so far. By the age of 20, she became a coveted actress and a high fashion model. Lily Rose also mentions she has a long list of insecurities, but thanks to her mother, her body has never been on that list.
Et si moi je te dis non? Alors c'est la guerre.
The actress credits Vanessa Paradis for helping her build a positive body image from a very young age. And what about Johnny Depp? Has he also contributed to his daughter's self-acceptance? We guess the answer is yes. When Lily Rose was 16, she publicly declared herself to be sexually fluid. It caused a sensation, as some thought she doesn't consider herself as 100% heterosexual. Johnny Depp wasn't surprised by such a statement. She's got thousands of followers on social media, and they were all taken completely by surprise. But not me. I already knew because she tells me everything. We're super tight, and I'm very proud of our relationship. Johnny described his daughter as one of the smartest human beings he has ever met, adding that he trusts young Depp in whichever choices she's making. Back in 2018, Depp was photographed kissing actor Timothée Chalamet in Italy. It was their kiss that launched a bunch of memes and also created quite a few headlines. Lily Rose and Timothy met on the set of Netflix's The King. Their alleged relationship was in the subject of rumors for over a year. In April 2020, the two reportedly called it quits. Lily Rose never commented on that. "I don't talk about my family. I don't talk about my friends. I don't talk about what nail polish I have on my toes. I don't talk about anything because nothing is anybody's business." Well, her truth. Anyway, we already know one crucial thing about the actress. Despite the split, her parents raised a beautiful, talented, and smart daughter, and they turned out to be very supportive in most of the troubles she went through. Being a dad has given me great strength, great perspective, a great calm. More than anything, I love being with my family. Okay, Johnny, now we know that you meant it.